Oh, I'm recording. Hello, everyone. This is yours truly, Adrienne West, and I am here to do my experiment. If you see me look over to the side, I do have my laptop here with my notes, and I will be looking at that quite often. Sorry. What I am doing is called Oobleck. It's pretty much a slime type substance, but the main question that everyone asks is it a liquid or is it a solid? And if you haven't done this experiment before, I am going to show you how it's done. I will give you the ingredients and everything you need. It's very easy. It does not take long. More than anything, I'll probably be doing more talking than the experiment. So this shouldn't be a long video. But anyway, what you're going to need is cornstarch. I got this from Family Dollar. It was $1. Water. I have some water in my measuring cup. A bowl. This just is an old bowl that no one uses. And you are going to need, this is optional, but since I just recently got my nails done, sorry, I am going to use some, this is optional, some food coloring. You can use any color that you have at home or whatever. And for my nails, I'm going to use some gloves. Okay. Now, for my hypotheses, if we combine cornstarch and water and food coloring, a slime substance will be created. This substance, again, is called Oobleck, but like I said, is it a liquid or is it a solid? Okay. I use, because I done this last night, again, I done it before, but I was rusty, so I wanted to try it again. So I did a practice run on last night. And at first I used half of this, but I decided to use the full box, which is 16 ounces. So that's, what, 4 cups. So you pour in your cornstarch, the full box. And in my measuring cup, I have 3 cups of water. No, I'm sorry, I have 2 cups of water. But you roughly need just 1.5 cup. And what I like to do to make it easier on me, pour in my food coloring into the water. Because once you get to mixing this, it gets real weird. It's hard, it's tough, it's liquidy. It's just really weird, and it's hard to mix all that in together at one time. So it's best to just put your food coloring into the water. So I'm going to do 6 to 10 drops. So that's already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll do 10, 9, 10. And if it's not your desired color, I mean, you can try to add the food coloring into your mixture once it's mixed. But truthfully, it's best if you do it this way. I'm going to push my laptop back. And I think, yeah, I think that's good. Because I want it to be a nice green, like on Nickelodeon, the slime. Okay, let's get to mixing. Okay. We're going to pour in, I'm going to pour in 1 cup first. hope you can see this. Oops. Okay. Okay, so that's 1 cup. So when you get to mixing, and word of advice, when you're doing this, please make sure either you're doing it outside or if you're doing it in the house, have like some newspaper, or like myself, I have a towel down because this stuff gets really messy. And when it gets to this texture, sometimes it gets kind of tough to clean up. Okay, so right now we don't have enough water. So I'm going to add the rest of it. Well, half of that. And it's beginning to transform. So once you mix, and this, my food coloring is like a pastel spring color, so it's really not green, it's more like a turquoise. But here we have the mixture. Everything is getting mixed in pretty good. And once it starts to feel like you can't maneuver it, that's the texture that you want. So, like I asked, is it a solid or is it a liquid? So what I'm going to do, which I said I wasn't going to, but it's better to do it with your bare hands. But since I already have the coloring in here already, that makes it a little bit better because I don't want my hands to turn green, but it's fine. Okay, so here we have it, our mixture. As you can see, I'm going to bring this closer. As you can see, it looks liquidy, okay? It looks liquidy, but, and I'm sorry if my recording is horrible. I'm not a recorder. So it's liquidy here. As I add pressure to this, it becomes hard. So I'm applying pressure. I'm punching it with full force, and it's not even budging. I really want you all to see this. It's crazy. Okay. I'm using full force here. And it's like really hurting my hand. Sorry. It's hurting my hand. So right now, with me adding pressure, it's a solid. Okay? Now, as I gently place my hand into it, it's a liquid. If I pull my hand out fast, the bowl is coming up off the table, literally. I'm placing my hand in gently. It's liquefying. As I pull my hand up quickly, it becomes a solid. And here's the fun part that I love. As I'm taking this, I'm gonna put my hand in here and I'm just gonna grab a handful. Wait a minute, not yet. That's my daughter beside me. She loves this experiment. So, I am grabbing a handful. It's kind of tough, but I'm grabbing a handful And as you can see, I am rolling it up in a ball. And some of it is slipping through my fingers, the slime. And I have a ball here in my hand while I'm using pressure. As I continue to roll it, as I'm continuing to apply pressure, the ball is staying. But once you stop, it turns into liquid. I don't know if I'm just like a kid with this stuff, but it is absolutely crazy. And you can pick it up as long as you're rolling it around and you're applying pressure. And truthfully, I think your body heat has something to do with this as well, because I did some on last night and I wanted to see, oops, please don't eat that. Okay. Sorry, that's my daughter. She's 5. I wanted to see exactly, see, watch, it's going to liquefy. And this is cornstarch and water. Anywho, I wanted to see what it would do just sitting overnight. And I got up this morning, I looked at it. Oops, this stuff is getting all over me. And you're gonna need paper towels and stuff too. I got the one that I did last night. It's right here. And I have a knife in it because I was trying to separate it, because as it sat overnight, it got kind of hardened. It still had like some liquid, like some water like at the top of it, but like as I like tried to stick my knife in it, it just would not budge at all. And then the weirdest thing, as I started to put my hand in it, it started to liquefy again. It got soft. So that's why I feel like maybe my body heat may have something to do with this as well. But this is the one from last night, and it's actually turning purple now because I have this green on my hands along with the pink. So it's dissolving a little. It's not as gooey as the one that we just done, but it's getting there. Oh, it's really tough, like getting towards the bottom. But not to make a long video, hopefully you understand where I'm going with this. If you want to try it, it's really fun, but it's a lot of mess to clean up, I must admit. It's really fun to do with the children. School is finna end soon, I know for us. So we're gonna probably do this quite often, but not too often. But we're probably gonna keep doing it, you know, just to make a mess, just a reason to make a mess. Wait a minute. And it's safe, just in case if one of the children puts it in their mouths, like my daughter almost did. It's safe. It's cornstarch, and we use cornstarch for cooking and baking, and a lot of restaurants use it, like in their soups. And hey, some people bake with it, you know, put it in their frosting. So it's safe, you know, but at the same time, still watch your children as they're playing with this stuff. But as you can see, it's turning into slime. And I think once the air hits it, that's when it turns into this gooey substance. So I came to the conclusion that air, and I could be wrong, but I came to the conclusion that air makes it slimy. Pressure makes it a solid. and body temperature makes it a liquid along with air. But it's more liquidy when it's just like in my hands. But when it's like just in the air, it's just really gooey. And I hope you can see the difference, like when it's in my hand versus when it's in the air, or when the air is hitting it. If I can turn it this way. Okay. But as I did my research, I found that this substance, which is called Oobleck, it's something called, and I want to tell you the right term, so I have to take my hands out the bowl to get to my computer. And I'm just wiping my hands on the towel, so sorry if that's making it come down some. Okay, here we go. The name of it is called a non-Newtonian substance. And the reason why we don't know if it's a solid or a liquid is because it's neither. It's neither a solid nor a liquid. But it can behave as a solid or a liquid depending on how much pressure you do apply to it. So pretty much I was right from what I can see. But as far as like, you know, what I said, as far as the air hitting it or my body temperature, I'm not too 100% sure. But definitely, if you apply pressure, it's going to definitely turn it into a solid. So, I hope you all enjoyed this experiment. It doesn't take long to make, but it can take you forever to stop playing with this stuff. I mean, it is crazy. So, I hope you all enjoyed my video, and I wish you all the best of luck in this class. May God continue to bless you, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.